Yeah, we kind of run out of time on the last video there. So I'd finished off this chart, um, and now we can see that it's reading from the dates up here, and it works really well. Now you may have problems if you start deleting dates from here. These formulas will kind of reset themselves, so you need to go back in to the select data, go to edit, take out the that will actually say something along the lines of what did it say to me last time? Equals gas, or equals the worksheet name, open brackets, close brackets. One of these did. I don't know why, so I had to basically redo the chart again. So if you can help it, try not to delete data from the table, otherwise it'll screw you up. So the last thing to show you is the macro, which puts the full date range in here, regardless to what you add onto here. Let's take that out of there. So the way we do this, it's actually very simple. We use a macro. Now a lot of people get scared when you say using a macro, think of EVA and all that kind of stuff, which I'm completely clueless about, by the way. But there's a cool little button down here called, well, it's not called anything, it's just a record macro button. And it allows us to record a macro. It's basically like if you've ever used Photoshop and you set an action, it's kind of like a similar sort of thing. You perform an action and it basically records what you're doing. So let's demo that now. So what I want to do is enter the full date range from to, regardless to how many get put into here after the macro has been created. So what we do is we start recording a new macro by clicking on this button, give it a name. I'm going to call it enter full dates, why not, click on OK, and now it's recording. So what we're going to do is just go into the data input sheet, click on the very first date, which is January 2013. Actually what I'm going to do is stop this, because that should be hidden. That will always be hidden in my little data sheet, and I don't know if it would affect it or not, probably not, but hey ho. Right, so I'm going to start again. So record macro, let's just call it enter date this time. Enter date. Okay, so into the data sheet we're going to Control C, copy on the first date, and then right click, paste special values, and that will just make sure that it doesn't copy any formatting across. And then we're going to go back into the data input sheet, and we're going to push end on the keyboard and then push down, and what that will do is it will go to the end of the table. Now if the end of the table was or if I start adding rows in afterwards and the end of the table ends up being December, then it will go to December, it will go to the very end of the table. So Control C, left click in here, right click, paste special values, paste that into there, and then stop the macro. And that's all it does, is it basically performs those actions. Now let's create a button. We do that by inserting a shape. You can actually create a button as well, but I'm just going to insert a shape, give it this kind of curved box. Let's give it a different look as well. Let's make it that one there, look. I'll just call it enter. Let's just call it enter all for now. And I'm going to right click, assign a macro, and it was called enter date. So when we click it, as you see, that basically did all my actions, but like a million times faster. So let's demo that. Let's put a new date in there. So I'm just going to drag this down. That's going to be March 2014. And let's put some figures in there. Let's keep it going upwards. Ooh, that's not carried across my formats. Fair enough. If you set these tables up right, then it should do. In fact, it's not done it for any of them, look. Wow. Currencies. Fine, I'll sort that out later. So now, the very last date is March 2014, so when I click enter all, it gives me March 2014. So that's about it for this series. I hope you found it useful. Again, it's pretty basic, this dashboard. It's only very kind of top line summary information, not really the type of thing you're going to use for for work, but I think the overall layout and the types of formulas, types of graphs that we use can be used pretty much anywhere. So yeah, if you have any questions on this, maybe if you'd like a copy of the workbook, I can put it on my Dropbox. Just ask me for the link. I hope to see you in the next videos.